Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Imran Ramzan. I am your mentor biology. Today we are going to discuss the lecture for stomach. तो stomach क्या है? सबसे पहले हम stomach को discuss करते हैं. Human stomach is a bag-like structure. बेसिकली ये किस चीज के लिए यूज किया जाता है? फॉर द स्टोरेज ऑफ फूड एंड द डाइजेशन ऑफ food. That one is the partial digestion of proteins. If we discuss the different structures of our stomach, first one is the start is from the esophagus, and then esophagus enter into the stomach. At that point where the esophagus and stomach are joined, this point is called as cardiac sphincter. This cardiac sphincter is used for the inflow of food from the esophagus into the stomach. When the food enter into the stomach, there are certain regions that are also the part of the stomach. We discuss different layers of the stomach. Following are the four layers. First one is the outermost layer is called serosa. Then second layer is called muscularis. Muscularis consists of three type of muscle cells. First one is longitudinal muscles, second circular muscles, and the third one is oblique muscular layer. Three layers combine to form a muscularis layer. Then inside the muscularis there is a layer called submucosa, and after that, after submucosa there is an inner region of the stomach which is called the mucosal layer. When the food moves from the stomach into the small intestine, the first portion of the small intestine is called duodenum. This duodenal region is mostly involved in the digestion process. Clear? So here are the pyloric sphincters are present that enters the food from stomach to into the duodenal region and avoid the opposite flow of the food from the small intestinal region, that is called duodenum, into the stomach region. Clear? So these are the general structure, general layers. Four layers are present: serosa, muscularis, submucosa, and mucosal layer. After that, we discuss the inner layer, mucosal layer. Mucosal, if we elaborate in a larger zoom form, this is the structure of the mucus layer. Here are certain pits. These are called as gastric pits are present, and there is a gastric gland inside the cell. If we broaden this picture, that what is present inside these gastric glands, there are three type of cells which are present. First one is parietal cells, and the second one is the chief cells, and third one is endocrine cells. Clear? Parietal cells produce HCl, and chief cells produce enzyme that is called pepsinogen. Endocrine cells produce endocrine secretions. Clearly, all of these structures we have discussed today. These are these structures like parietal cells, chief cells, and endocrine cells plays a key role in the process of partial digestion of protein, because these cells produce, parietal cells produce HCl. This HCl, as it is secreted when the food enter into the stomach, this HCl activate pepsinogen enzyme and convert into pepsin. Pepsin is an active enzyme. These enzymes play an important role to convert the protein into a small peptides. Right? So after that, after discussing these general structures, we will discuss all the mechanisms that what kind of functions these cells further perform, and what is the main mechanism of chemical digestion inside the stomach. We discuss general portions of the stomach. These are the general divisions of the stomach. First one is the first region, that is just immediate to the esophagus. This is called cardia. After esophagus there is a structure called fundus. After that there is a large body is present. After that this region is present called pyloric antrum, and pyloric antrum ends at the pylorus region. At the pylorus region there is a sphincter. This sphincter is called pyloric sphincter. Food enters into esophagus. After that this moves into the cardiac region. There is a sphincter called cardiac sphincter. Cardiac sphincter moves the food inside the esophagus, inside the stomach. Inside the stomach there is a different type of gastric tracts, and gastric glands are present in mucus layer. These are the parietal, chief cells and endocrine cells. Parietal cells produce HCl, chief cells produce pepsinogen, and HCl and pepsinogen combine to form pepsin. This pepsin is really important for the partial digestion of proteins inside the stomach. When the digested food is moved towards the last portion of the stomach, that is called pylorus, this food into the duodenal region. And after that, duodenum, inside the duodenum there is a particular structure which plays a key role in the digestion of peptides, carbohydrates and the lipids. So all of these structures play important role. Inside the stomach only protein digestion, partial digestion occur inside the stomach. Further complete digestion is occur inside the small intestine. So all of these structures are drawn here. I discussed all the processes, the structures, their divisions, the different cells that are present inside the mucus layer, and their functions of these cells inside the stomach. So study all of these general structures, their functions, and how the parietal cells activate pepsinogen, and pepsinogen activate the further enzyme, and then there is a digestion of the protein occur. So after that we will discuss different regions of the small intestine. So keep watching my channel, and subscribe and like the channel and comment. Thank you so much.